Day 27, and I'm starting this video feeling very annoyed. I'm feeling very unsettled and annoyed today. And as I started into the meditation, I noticed that my dog Ricky was very unsettled. He wasn't sitting still, he kept getting up, licking himself, and it felt very distracting. But when I started to feel into it, I noticed that it was probably something that I've picked up today, and I'll just explain that a little bit more. Going back to Einstein, I think it was Albert Einstein, he said that everything is made up of energy, and I strongly believe that we are energetic beings. We have got energy that is inside of us. We've got synapses that sort of communicate with each other by electricity. Sometimes we feel low in energy or high in energy, and it can be down to anything from the foods that we eat, how much water we drink, how much we feed our body with nutrition, the addictions we might have, whether it be to the TV or alcohol or even the internet. So we are all energetic beings at heart, and I strongly believe that when we go out into our surrounding environment, and sometimes when we're in the home, we are picking up, so energetically we are sensing from other people what their feelings are. Sometimes we might not be aware of this, and I believe that today I have picked up the sense of unsettledness and uneasiness and annoyance from the people around me and from the environment around me. It's not necessarily people I meet. It can be people that I pass in a car or people I pass in the street. I don't necessarily have to know them. But because I'm empathic and I sense energetically a lot from other people, I sometimes find that it stays with me. It stays in my body. And I believe this happens with other people as well. And our body works like an energetic sponge, and as each form of energy is deposited into our body, it sort of acts as a bit of an inbox, and that inbox gets bigger and bigger and bigger and bigger. And if we don't allow our bodies to process these feelings out of our bodies, they sort of remain inside our bodies and can stagnate to the point where it can manifest as a physical symptom, because our body's energetically just trying to process it like an energetic being. So it's like whatever it comes in goes out again. So if you can compare that to a baby, baby senses very much the emotions and the feelings that are going on around him or her, and it's very easy for that baby just to start crying or start whatever feeling. It processes it, and then like minutes later it's absolutely fine. But when we get to adults, we somehow start to distract ourselves from what our body is feeling because it doesn't feel comfortable. Now, it doesn't feel comfortable to hold these emotions and these feelings inside our body because eventually it has an impact upon our health and upon our state of being. So as I've come home today, I sort of ask that anything that isn't part of me, it doesn't belong to me, to be healed and transmuted and cleared out of my energy field. And this usually works, but sometimes it does take a little bit longer. And as I was meditating, I was noticing this uneasiness and this annoyance inside my body. And I was perfectly okay with it. I was just allowing it to happen, but I noticed it was building up and up and up and up. And as I said the phrase and allowing it to clear out my system, I noticed that it went. And alongside this, I was feeling a sort of trying to describe the feeling in my stomach. It was like a little bit like a washing machine going round and round and round, that sort of, but it felt quite warm in my stomach, and it kept sort of tumbling, like a tumble dryer in my stomach, getting hotter and hotter and hotter. And then I just found myself sort of exploding outwards, as if my energy was exploding outwards. And it was a sense of, if you've watched the film Wonder Woman, when she goes like that and all of a sudden everything explodes outwards, it was a little bit like that. And it was about, I sort of got into the feeling that we are all much bigger than who we feel we are, and sometimes it feels safe and feels comfortable to sort of limit ourselves by saying, oh, I feel annoyed, or I'm feeling this, or I'm feeling that. And I'm not saying don't feel that, but it's also about stepping out of, stepping through that feeling, going into that feeling, discovering what it's about, whether it's actually yours. And Kahn actually says that 0% of our feelings actually belong to us. They're actually picked up from situations that we're in, or people that we're around, or from the world. And I know there's a lot of unsettled feeling at the minute in the world, so this could be attributed to it. And yeah, I mean, this is what sort of came through today, and it's about, I guess the message today is just about allowing that feeling just to move through your body in whatever way it wants to. And it's not about blocking it, saying that you shouldn't feel that feeling. It's just about processing it through your body. And once it's processed through, you gain a different perspective about, I don't even know, I've just lost my train of thought then. But it's like, as you're moving through it, it allows you to go to the next stage of understanding about yourself, and about how much more expansive and how much bigger and how much greater you can be, and about stepping into that without beating yourself up, without thinking that you've got to remain in this small place that makes you feel very unsettled, very annoyed. It's not always about you. Sometimes it is about the outside environment. So I strongly believe that what you're feeling inside is greatly reflected in your outside environment. So whatever is inside is on the outside. So step into your full power and just allow those emotions just to settle through your body and just to be processed outwards. So with that, I will leave you on day 27, I think we're on, and I will see you tomorrow. Bye-bye. Oh, stop.